Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the specially merciful. Dear audience and viewers across this globe, I greet you with the greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. And I remind you, and I remind every Muslim, that one of our tasks on this earth, on this planet, is to spread peace among people, not just by greeting and speaking, but by action. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us support to fulfill this message on the earth and to eliminate all the evil factors as much as possible, and to let peace spread and prevail so that inshallah we enjoy living in this world. Another reminder that I'm telling people that the main theme of these episodes is understanding Islam. We selected this theme so that people would go deeper and understand. We tell everyone, without understanding there is no significance. We cannot make impact. You cannot affect people if you don't perfect your product. We need to understand our religion very well, and we need to spell it out very well to other people so that people would be on the same level. So I hope that we can at least perfect one verse, one ayah, and we can teach it to others so that life, inshallah, would be easy. And I guarantee, inshallah, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised, those who strive hard in this religion and do their best and do exert their effort, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will find them a way and will guide them to achieve this message. As we mentioned that Islam, and as people know that Islam is a comprehensive religion. It's not like others, something for God and something for people to do. No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator of this whole universe. Everything in it is owned by Allah, is created by Allah, and is the managed by Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala yudabbiru al-amra kullahu. Allah is the one who directs and manages everything in this universe. So He told us through His book, this Holy Quran, and through the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, about everything in it. So by doing this, we know that it is a comprehensive religion. In many religions, in hundreds of religions, or so-called religions, we know that they don't talk about everything in life. But in Islam, everything in life you think of, Islam has a say of it. Today we are going to talk about marriage. How does it work? What are the main components for marriage to continue and to be a good marriage? How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to do our marriage. There is a verse, one ayah, ayah number 21 in Surah Ar-Rum. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون. The rough meaning, the rough translation of this verse is one of the signs of Allah. Sign that you know that how great Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that He created from yourself your spouses. Not from something different. From Adam himself, the first human being, Allah created from him his wife Hawa. Look at that. Think of it. How unique this is. She's not from something different. Both of them are from the same. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the female from the male, who is Adam. Look at this meaning and reflect upon it. Why? Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the female and the male? He said that لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا, so that you would have comfort in them. you would have tranquility, you would have a peaceful life. And he made between you, he developed between you what? He developed love, and he developed mercy between you. When you reflect upon this, you will know that this ayat from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as the ayat, and when it says, Inna fi dhalik, indeed in this issue, if you understand it, you will understand by reflecting on it how important this issue is and how it is an evidence from Almighty Allah. Okay, now let me focus on three things here. First one, that Allah created the female from the male. Look at that. And he created from the male, of course, as we know, from the earth, from dust. But now he said that the three principles of marriage are mentioned in this ayah to get a happy marriage. And I want everybody to listen to this. If any one of these three conditions is missing, the marriage will not be happy. The happy marriage will be disrupted at some time. What are these three components? First one is the wife is the source of tranquility and peace and comfort of the marriage, of the house. You want your life to be a happy life when you marry. You have to know your role. Your role is to prepare the house to be a comfortable and a peaceful and tranquil house. And how can you do this? Ask yourself. If you get a job as your husband and you work for 12 hours or 8 hours as your husband, both of you are exposed to what happens, the anxiety and the toughness and the nature of the work. You work 6 hours or 7 hours or 8 hours and you go home exhausted. If you go home exhausted, how can you fulfill the requirements that are needed by your children, by your husband, and by the house that's waiting for you? So now you do the job and your husband does the job, and then when you both of you go home exhausted, nobody is able to continue another part of their life because they are under this tension. Try to imagine that if you are restful to a certain degree at home, if you are taking care of the needs of the children, if you are taking care of the needs of your husband, try to imagine that when he comes exhausted, how important he needs you to do your role to relieve him from the tension and the anxiety and the problems and the hardships that we find at work. So now, if you do the same thing as he does, who's going to give both of you this relief and comfort? Someone in the family should do this job. Here, the one who decided this is not the male, is not the husband, but it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who decided this. So now, any house to continue to cause this happiness, it should have this peaceful atmosphere in it. The main job of this is the wife. So this is one principle, one factor. The other two factors, you have to know that when you marry a lady, after fulfilling the conditions, right, we know that the husband can select a woman who has one of these conditions. She can be, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala selected that among those 4 conditions, you can select any wife to marry. But if you marry a religious woman, she will help you in your life and you will be successful. Although Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us that, yes, yet some Muslims go to the other things. He wants to marry a rich woman, it is his right. Allah give him this right. He wants to marry a woman from a noble family. He wants to marry a woman who is beautiful. He wants to marry a religious woman. Any of these conditions are okay. Yet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala recommended him to marry a religious woman. So, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guaranteed that He is the one who is going to develop love to grow between them. And this is a very important thing, because people think that they need to know their spouse before marriage. False. Untrue. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that He is the one who guarantees that this love will develop between them. Then He guaranteed it also that the mercy, He will develop mercy among them, because sometimes you don't just need love, but you need mercy. With these three principles, your life would be happy, insha'Allah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.